Hey guys, how's it going? Today we are continuing on with our Sims 4 save file and we officially have one more lot to do. This is really exciting. We literally have just one more lot. And then we've pretty much done everything. I kind of just want to get like straight into this shit. I just want to get straight fucking into it and do it. Do you know what I mean? So let's just do it. Hi everyone joining. Welcome to the stream. I apologize for being 5 minutes late today, but that's okay. We're here now. So, we've literally done every motherfucker here, apart from this motherfucker, Oakenstead. So let's do it. Let's just do it. Hi Deus Mortem. Hi Alpacas. Hi Miravam. Hi Bartosz. Hi Sims Bound. Hi Faye. Hi Yorkie. Hi Tharina maybe. Hi Yam. Hi Sweet Panda. Hi Kyla. Hi Brody. Hi Jale for you. I have done loads of these are all base game homes, Yam. All of these are base game. Just search hashtag lot name, like hashtag Oakenstead Satch. Hashtag lot name Satch on the gallery and you'll find my base game versions of all of these. So we've renovated the entire downstairs. If you missed the last live stream, all we have to do is do the upstairs and also do an outside. We haven't added a family here. This is going to be one of the ones where you put your own family into the build. Hi, Noda. Hi, Alan G. Martin. Hi, Berry. Hi, MLMLM. Hi, Alan. Welcome to the first live. I'm not just the whole point of the save file is that you finish it yourself. That's why I haven't done the base game versions. This is just like my personal like take on the save file, if you get me. So I just want to start with this parent's bedroom right off the bat here, okay? To make the room feel like a nicer shape, I'm going to add maybe a closet here. Yeah, that sounds better. Which is covering the window, but it doesn't have to be a real functional window. It doesn't have to make sense because it is The Sims. Hi, Jean. Hi, Lindsay. Yeah, same house from yesterday. And then we are basically fucking done with this world anyway. We've got a whole other world to do after this. We've got how many worlds are in The Sims 4? A fucking billion of them. So really, we haven't actually scratched the surface. In fact, I haven't even finished doing my base game, like, save file lots. I haven't even finished renovating all of the lots. So we've got a lot of work on our hands, I'm telling you now. Once I've finished, you can already download a base game version of the save file. If you're new here, right, look at the lot name in the top left. It's called Oakenstead, right? So on the gallery, when it loads, search by hashtag. So the lot name Oakenstead and then Satch, all one word. And then you get my base game version of this, which is the shell that I've made. And then you just kind of decorate it. And I've done that for every single lot in all of the base game worlds and most of the expansion pack worlds. If you want to join along with me. And then once this world is done, I may upload another save file as well. Of just like all of it done. If you want to download it. But obviously this is pack heavy. Oops. Delete the whole fucking room. Something I always do. My favorite expansion pack is to play is probably businesses and hobbies. Do you guys have any other thoughts? Don't know what to do for a bedroom. It's old-fashioned-y, a bit old-fashioned-y, this house, isn't it? Hi, Tasia. We're live streaming today on YouTube and Twitch, so I'm reading the chats to both of them. Some people love the magic packs, other people hate them. I'm well, thank you, Roger. Life and death is great. Get together's great. Cottage living's fun as well for gameplay, I think. All good choices. Hi, Nanas. How's it going? Hi, Talia. Which Sims game is the best? I've got to say, the Sims Castaway stories, but the one that was on the Wii. It's my favourite anyway. Pinky up. Pinky up. Pinky up. Pinky up. This, I love how this window's covered by the fucking roof. Like, who cares? Hi, Brittany. I love this. I wish there was like a new Sims Castaway game. Like, it doesn't even have to be an official Sims game. Like, I just wish there was some kind of like Castaway style game, if you get my drift. It's kind of like the Sims Castaway stories. It doesn't have to be EA The Sims. It could just be somebody doing their own shit. I would just love to see that, wouldn't you? I think that would be amazing. Wouldn't work. Hi, Maddie. You like the Sims 3 creative style? I thought it was awful. Hi, Rumilia. Hi, Rohan. Hi, Bouncy B. Yeah, I'm live streaming on Twitch and YouTube today. So I'm replying to the chats of both at the same time. If it looks like I'm talking to nobody. More people watch on, I think, YouTube than Twitch, which is fine. I guess you get more reach on YouTube. Though I don't know why a lot of streamers, they want to stream on Twitch instead of YouTube, because YouTube is much better for discoverability. But everyone thinks like, oh, streaming platform must do Twitch. I think YouTube's much better as a creator, honestly. Great. Do you think my Twitch will just grow naturally? Yeah. I guess it'll just grow naturally. Sims 2 or 3? Gotta pick the Sims 2, of course. The Sims 3 creator style tool pissed me the fuck off. Like, why can't I just put down a kitchen counter? Why have I got to fuck around changing the swatch of every single counter? Not just changing the swatch of the counter, right? You've got to change the swatch of like the fucking door, like the handles. You've got to change the swatch of, I don't know, like the top of it, the cupboards. It's too much. Yeah, Creative Starter was so laggy. I remember my old laptop back in those days. Like I would accidentally, because I wouldn't dare use the Creative Style tool properly. I would accidentally click the button, the create style button, and my computer would freeze for like a good 5 minutes whilst the create style tool was trying to load. It was horrendous. Never again. Never ever again. So, let's make a cute little walk-in wardrobe in here, guys. Let's make it pink and shit. The Sims 3 doesn't lag for me anymore because I applied patches and you know, it runs much better on modern PCs, to be honest. It does. Why is the only walk-in wardrobe that we've got in this whole game this ugly shit from the Get Famous pack? That's not on. That's not acceptable. Sorry, that's in my head. Did you guys listen to the new Cat's Eye song? It's so shit. It's so shit. I'm disappointed. Because Gnarly was like... Can't put clothes in there. Gnarly was like my stimming song. And I feel like I can't stim to this other one. It's not stimmable. Yeah, I fucking love Gnarly. Gnarly. Everything's gnarly. Like a bag of Takis. I'm the shit. Gnarly. Should I make everything white? The white beige thing. That's I'm trying to be all modern and stuff. Gnarly. Everything's gnarly. My date was great, thanks. Yeah, I went on a date last night. If you didn't know, I went on a fucking date to some random ass location in London. When I say random, like it was fucking random. Like I don't know how I ended up in this bullshit location, but I did. I was not impressed by the location that the app had picked out. What the fuck did I do? That the app had picked out for me. I was not impressed. But it was a fun date actually. I really enjoyed myself. And hopefully we will see each other again. If I don't say or do something stupid to fuck it up, of course. Hopefully we will meet again, which will be fun. This is Dream Home Decorator, this stuff that I'm using. Hi, Louis, Eddie. Yeah, normally, so with the Breeze app, right, usually, because the app actually pays for your first drink, right? Normally the app pays for your first drink when you arrive at the location they set up. So what normally happens is, right, when you use this app, is that people will kind of just get the first drink for free, right? And then they just don't bother paying for another drink Because it's like, well, this app has just given you a free drink. Why am I going to now like buy another drink? So most people will sit there for the whole like hour or two and only just have like the one drink that the app gets you. But when I went out on my date, we both just like ordered other drinks because we just kind of wanted to like stay there, keep chatting with each other and stuff, which I think was a good sign, right? Hi, Merrick. Hi, High Five. Hi, Spud Muffin. So yeah, it would be nice to have a second date. He does know my YouTube channel name though, so I'm really hoping he's not like watching this. He was like, he was very like full of energy, which I liked. Because I'm kind of full of energy, aren't I? So he was very much full of energy like me. And what else? He was just kind of fun, really. He had like a fun vibe. We had a lot in common, like obviously not everything in common, but we had a decent amount of stuff in common that we could enjoy each other's company, which was very nice. So we didn't really run out of things to talk about, and we just kind of like enjoyed talking to each other, you know. Oh no, don't say he's watching. He definitely is, isn't he? Fuck's sake. If you are, stop watching or you're in trouble. I'm not from London, but I live in London. Yeah, Brittany, you tell him. Thanks, guys. Hi, Alicia. No, I'm not friends with Little Sims. I've never spoken to her. No, no, guys, stop saying that. Yeah, obviously we kissed. I don't normally kiss after a first date if I'm not into them, but we did kiss. So that's a good sign, right? I'm gonna get rid of it. Shall I make this walk-in wardrobe bright? Oh no, let's use, fuck off. Let's use like, you know, this shit, right? Pinky up. Pinky up. Da 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 da. I'm so disappointed with the latest Cat's Eye song. It's really shit. They fucked it up. Don't even need a light in here now. Awesome. No, he doesn't like The Sims. London's nice to live in. Is London just like the USA? Well, the USA is a huge country. London's just a city in a country. So I don't understand the question. I'm going to put some, not curtains, but some TikTok hacks I learned for an upcoming video that I haven't actually released yet. Should be coming out tomorrow. What's his hobbies? I can't tell you everything. It's my personal life, obviously. I can't say everything, you know. I love it when Americans are like, they just refer to the whole of the UK as London, because you guys forget that like London is a city and England is a country, and there's also other countries like Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland. It's funny to me when you guys are like, what's it like in London? I don't know, mate. You tell me, what's it like in London? I don't live there. It's funny. It's kind of like when people refer to Africa as a country. Like when the Americans refer to London as like the UK as London. Oh, this is cool. Never seen this. I wish we got this smaller, naturally smaller, because when you size it down, it causes shadowing issues when things are too big. That's cool. I'm trying to find like a wall covering that I could put over the door. Something sexy like this. But not that. Like on those lines. London is similar to Paris, but less sexy and more grumpy. I don't know. The French are kind of notorious for being a little bit, you know. I don't think, yeah, British people are quite grumpy, aren't they? They're miserable. They're a bunch of miserable fucks. Right, this is like the vibe that I was looking for. We're all fucking British people. Like, we're all fucking miserable and ugly, all of us. We're a nation of miserable, ugly fucks, basically. I kind of like this vibe going into the closet. Yeah, I think Northern England is definitely more depressing than the South. The South is depressing, but the North definitely trumps that for sure. The North scares me a bit as well. I'm not gonna lie. It does scare me. I remember like when I was in Manchester, there was just so many people who looked like they would just kind of beat me up for no reason. And it really scared me. I can't lie. You know, like the kinds of people, I'm being so like horrible now. I'm sorry. I don't mean it in a horrible way. It's just scary. Like Northerners, right? I think Northerners are very different from Southerners in the UK. By Northerners, to be honest, I'm including Scottish people as well, you know. But like the kinds of people there are very different than in the South. Like, you know, like shows like Geordie Shore. This is a British version of Jersey Shore. A lot of people are like that up there. But I get northern people in the UK. I don't know if you have this problem between states in America, but northern people are very judgmental of southern people. I'm going to be honest. I feel like northern people have like so much prejudice against southern people in the UK because every time I speak to a northern person, they're like, "Oh, you're just a posh Tory. You're a far right Tory from down south, aren't you?" And it's like, mate, what have I done? Why are you yelling at me? I'm not any of those things. We're just like, we live in the same country. Hi, Mystery. I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube, so I'm replying to the chat in both. It's just kind of funny to me. Like, people from the North definitely are judgmental to people from the South. They think we're all like evil, far right conservatives, but we're not at all. We're all just normal people, same as everyone else. They always get so aggressive with me. You're just posh boy from the South, aren't you? Am I? Am I posh boy from the South? I mean, I am. Yes, I am. But still, I haven't done anything wrong. You know, at university, I met loads of northern people because my uni was kind of in between the north and the south. There was a lot of that too, you know. You're just a stuck-up posh boy. Am I? Or are you just being a bitch? Are you just being nasty to me for no reason? I think you are. Have I ever been attacked? No. I don't think I've been attacked. Ever. First time for everything. I feel like everybody gets jumped or something like once in their life. I have been in nightclubs before. When I was like 18. Like when I went out with my attractive female friends. Like straight men would always come up to me and threaten to beat me up all the time. I think it was like their way of trying to assert their dominance because they kind of felt like, I'm not sure what the fuck they were thinking. They're just stupid, aren't they? But I think they were trying to, you know, a lot of straight men with insecurities, because a lot of my, you know, my female friends at university were all quite attractive, you know, attractive blondes, a lot of them. So I think when I was at university, a lot of the men felt insecure that I was hanging out with them. So they would always threaten to beat me up and stuff. Yeah, there's so many rugs in this room. I think this is fine, right? I'll put like a little seat and area here, I think. I guess this is a master bedroom, right? That's why it's so big. Why not have a big bedroom? What seats did I put down here? I like this one. I'll copy that. Yeah. It's insecurity, isn't it? I think straight men are like that in general, aren't they? A lot of them. Not all. But a lot of them cause shit, don't they? Let's be honest. Yeah, bookcase, that would be a good idea, wouldn't it? So it is just a little bedroom, isn't it? Maybe I'll just put something on the computer desk, one of the little ones. Hi, Links. Hi, everyone joining. To be honest, I'm not friends with that many straight men. Coming to think of it, do I have any like straight male friends that I hang out with regularly? I don't think I do, you know. I genuinely don't think I do. Which is telling. Not out of choice. It's just without meaning to sound judgmental. Most straight men do have at least some prejudice against gay people, so I'd rather just not deal with the faff and the hassle and just I'd rather just not even bother trying to befriend straight men when I meet them, to be honest. I'd rather just not bother I don't even bother trying because I just think you're more than likely like not gonna like me anyway. You're more than likely, you know, gonna find me and not like be uncomfortable with my sexuality, so I normally just don't bother trying to befriend them. Not in a mean way, not in a judgmental way. I don't assume they are. I just the majority are, so I'd rather just not have the hassle, which is a bit I know, like, mean of me to say, but I'm just going based on past experiences, and I guess straight men watching who have empathy or whatever will understand. My videos are your cozy time in the day. I love that, Afonso. You think it's because straight men worry that gay men would be creepy with them, like straight men are with women? Do you know what? That's a good thing. Good observation. Do you know what's funny? Because sometimes when I meet straight men, the first thing they say to me, like ones that like have homophobia or they genuinely just don't hang out with other gay people, they always say to me, "Oh, by the way, I'm not gay. I'm not attracted to you. I'm not into you." And you know, like I'll be with a group of friends, and one of the person in the group will be like a straight man, and I'll just sit next to him, and then he will immediately say like, "Oh, I'm not trying to hit on you," and it's like, mate, I'm not trying to hit on you. Why are you just assuming that? You're assuming that because I'm a gay man that I am going to be a predator and attack you. Even if I was attracted to you, would I do or say anything? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I think straight men, a lot of straight men assume that I'm gonna be a predator or hit on them in any kind of way. It's just strange. Very strange behavior indeed. And I think it's a naivety from them because they're so clueless. I wasn't a part of any group in high school. I was so bullied and geeky that even the geeks didn't want to hang out with me. That's nice, Lily, that your brother and gay friend get along. Hi, Andrew. How's it going? Welcome to the Twitch chat. We're streaming on Twitch and YouTube today. Guys, there's no point putting a bassinet because you can't make newborns in CAS. I'm doing like pink and blue. So it's like, just in case it's a boy or a girl you're putting in here. Yeah, straight men hate to be hit on by men, and they don't realize that it's a crap that they do to women. But I think across the board, most gay men would never ever attempt to hit on a straight man because they're not fucking stupid. Some do, maybe. Just like some women hit on me, I'll be honest, like there's been a couple of occasions where women have tried to hit on me and I've told them I'm gay, but instead of just accepting the fact that I'm gay, they've almost seen it as like a challenge to try and like convince me to fall for them or whatever. They can't just accept that I'm gay. They see it as a challenge to hit on me or something, to turn me straight or whatever. And it is the most violating and fucking gross feeling when that happens to me. It doesn't happen often, thank God. But when it does, it really is horrible. I'm going to be real. It really is horrible. So God, no, I'd never hit on a straight man. Hi, Zella. But something that I think, if you're watching and you're gay, or you're watching and you're straight man, what I think is important to know is other people's triggers are not your problem. Usually when people are triggered by something, it's almost always something unreasonable, right? Homophobia is a phobia. We call it phobia because it is an anxiety. If somebody is anxious because of your sexuality, that is their stress in their brain. Therefore, it is their problem, not your problem. So if somebody's homophobic, you should always treat them with compassion and understand that they are experiencing anxiety, which I think is a really fantastic way to perceive it because it changes your view on homophobia. If somebody is petrified of you because of your sexuality or because of your skin color or anything else, right? If somebody is scared of you, if you're like, well, fuck you if you're fucking homophobic, fuck off, rah, 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 all you're doing is reinforcing their fear of you. Whereas if you're like really calm and you're polite and kind, and you show these people that actually you're just a normal human being like everyone else, they will eventually come to realize that there's no reason to be homophobic, which I know you shouldn't have to. I know it's not your responsibility, right? But I think it's the best way. I think it's the Buddhist way. I just think it's always good to, show compassion to people even when they're being assholes. Because then you get to show them a better way of living. Yeah, you can also protect your peace and be compassionate, but also stay away, understand they are how they are, and just leave them alone. Hi, Leda. How's it going? I just got a really important message. I'm really sorry to just go quiet a minute. I just got a very important message. Yeah, I like being kind to people. I think it makes a big difference. Sorry, guys. Just give me a minute. I'm dealing with, like when you're just dealing, you have to deal with shit. No, it's not a text from my date. Like when you just got important shit to do. Sorry, guys. I'm a Twinkie gay version of Lady Gaga. How does that make sense? Yeah, being kind does make the world a better place. But the truth is, most human beings are primitive and stupid, and they're not capable of kindness outside of their own little bubble. So it's also wise to just shut the fuck up and let people be. I can't say the word on YouTube, but the C word. Let the hunts be hunts. Let them be hunts. With a C. Should we make this like a cute little YouTuber room for a teen that's living here. They're going to have their own little cute teen office space. Because we're making this house for like a whole family of Sims, aren't we? So I want to have something for everyone here. So let's use this comfy gamer bullshit. Guys, I got a PR package in the post today, which is exciting. I actually can't tell you what the PR package is yet. What I will say is I'm very pissed off with the delivery driver. Very pissed off. I don't know why. I don't know if it's like this in other countries, but British delivery people, they don't fucking know how to deliver to an apartment building. They can't do it. They are incapable of doing it. This honestly, man, it keeps happening to me that what they do is they don't understand the concept of like pressing the buzzer. They don't understand the concept of pressing a buzzer for like so that you can get in. So what they keep doing is they will take a picture of my apartment complex door and be like, "Oh, we tried to knock, but nobody answered. Sorry." Mate, I was watching you out my window today. Did you fuck? You did not try to knock on my mother's shitting door. I was watching you out my window. I fucking saw you with my very own eyes. Shall I name and shame? I love naming and shaming. You liar. You did not knock on my door, you liar. Today I'm naming and shaming. DHL Express. Every other worst. I'm surprised your every driver's amazing. Zella, thank you for the €5.99. Is a random figure. €6, basically. I will do SatchOnSims merch when I can handle it. Because right now I don't know how to go about it. I don't know how to do it. It's a lot of like, you know, I don't know how to set it up. Physically, I just don't know how to do it. When I figure out how to do it, I'll let you know. I'd love to do some merch and stuff. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? Don't know what kind of merch I would do yet. I just know I don't want to just do clothes. Don't want to do a hood. I don't want to do mugs either. I do need a cool donations alert, but I don't know how. I'm thinking, how can I, like, what can I do to, like, can you find people who help you? Like, could I pay somebody on the Fiverr to just set it up for me? I have downloaded the Streamlabs exe file, but I haven't bothered to install it yet and actually look into it. So I could do some Streamlabs shit, couldn't I, right? I think if any of you guys are into it, I think you can Streamlabs or something, can't you? And then use that to set up alerts and things, because I'd be setting up alerts for both YouTube and Twitch, because I think like people follow me and stuff on Twitch because they're expecting me to do the whole shout out thing of thank you for subscribing, thank you for following, but I don't know how to do that shit. So if any of you guys have any tips for me, I'm all ears. This is just a cute little like teen cozy space where they can just play on their computer and shit. Like it's going to be a very empty room. I really like this. I'm just going for a wee, guys, and then I'll update on your messages. Oh, Twitch has built-in alerts that you can set up. Oh, that'd be useful. I see an activity feed on Twitch. Oh yeah, so I can ask you guys on here to make me custom alerts. Yeah, I use OBS, but I'm thinking of streaming because I record videos on OBS, but I'm thinking of streaming on Streamlabs because I think Streamlabs, it is OBS, but it's just like a more like easy to understand user-friendly version for like noobs like me who like need help setting up Streamlabs. So I might just have like both installed, and like I think Streamlabs is actually connected. This isn't a table, is it? Streamlabs is actually connected to OBS, I think, because after I stream, right? After I stream just using my OBS, I actually get like an email from Streamlabs giving me like data on the stream, and it's like, how do you know I've been streaming? You guys really want Shanice and Chantal merch, don't you? Funko Pops. Shanice looking Barbie doll. Yeah, I'll be streaming Paralyzed when it comes out for sure. Yeah, I could add a funny Twitch alert, but I'm also thinking I don't want it to be too annoying and in your face. I don't want to have something like, I know a lot of like creators use memes and stuff, but I think I would just find that annoying personally, and I feel like you guys would also find it annoying if there was just like a constant meme sound going off every 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Because people are following me and stuff. I just know you guys would find that annoying, and so would I. So I probably have to think of a different way of going about it. Just like a gentle ding or something, but then I play with sound off, so I wouldn't even hear you. I don't listen to anything when I stream. I don't hear a single thing. I've never tried Streamlabs really, Chris, so I have to give it a go. In terms of merch, guys, what I'm thinking of doing, because I have done a little bit of research into it, and I think Little Sim, I've never spoken to her, but I think she does this because she posted on her YouTube community tab post, I think today or yesterday, that like if you purchase something from her merch store, it's going to take 8 to 10 weeks to arrive. So like made to order, that kind of vibe. So maybe, guys, sorry, I'm just thinking about rooms here. We've got a main parents room with an infant coming off here. We could have a teen room here, kids room, toddler room, spare room. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe we could do like, I could just see if I could do made to order merch. Because that sounds a lot more sensible to me than just like making a load of stuff and then having it so like I've just got to hope to fucking God that I sell it. Because there's a chance I could make merch, like being real. Like, there's a chance I could make merch and nobody would buy it, and then it would just be like a waste of money, because that does happen with a lot of influencers. They will create merch, but then nobody buys it, and they've just kind of wasted a lot of their own money. So I have to think practically about all of that. Yeah, right. See, I'd love to do a candle. I would really love to do a candle, but realistically, like, how am I gonna fucking do that? How am I gonna? And I've seen horror stories of like influencers where they come up with like cool merch, whatever it is, and then they'll send it off to like a company that supplies it, usually based in China, right? But then the company will kind of lie, and they will send the influencer a really high quality version of the product, but then the real product that the consumers receive is much lower quality. So you kind of get catfished a little bit, which I would never want to do that to you guys. Like, I would hate to think like I release merch and I'm like, hey guys, look at this merch, and I wear it and I show you, but then the real merch that you receive is actually lower quality than what I thought you were going to receive, if that makes sense. It happens a lot. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out what to do, where to get it from. Pre-ordering system would make a lot of sense, I think. There's a lot that goes into it that I just don't think I'm capable of understanding yet. But I'm very much willing to learn. I'd love to make merch for you guys. Love to. Sounds like so much fun. I don't know why I'm making this whole fucking room blue. There's actually no need to make this whole room blue. But we're doing it anyway. Beats a boring beige kids room. So got to think about like infant stuff for downstairs as well, haven't we? Kids stuff. Need a high chair. Stickers. Seems boring to me. If I do make merch, there cannot be anything, I mean anything, that's Sims related. No plumb bobs, nothing. It has to be strictly non-copyright, nothing Sims. Very strict. I could do a generic diamond shape that happened to be green. And if I made Shanice merch, hi Zen, if I did Shanice merch, it can't be in her outfit that she wears in The Sims 4. Obviously, EA don't own the right to Sims, right? EA don't own the right to a sim that I make in game. But they do own the rights to their own designs and stuff. So yeah, I would not be able to make Shanice merch and stuff if it looked like Shanice exactly in The Sims 4. But then I've made Shanice in Inzoi. And you can, if you look at Shanice in Inzoi, right, you can kind of guess who she is just by looking at her. So I don't think it's going to be a huge issue. You have a Jim Pickens t-shirt. That's cool. Yeah, I couldn't do an eyeball ring salt sprinkler. Couldn't do that. A mouse pad would be a fun idea. But then my biggest worry is it coming out shit and people being like, Satch, this is shit. And I just be like, oh, I'm so sorry. That is just a nightmare to me. That I'd do something and you guys would just be like, Satch, no offense, but that's shit. It would truly break my heart to go through all that effort to make something just for somebody to be like, Satch, I'm sorry, but you did a bad job. It would just make me really, really sad. I'm gonna do a potty. I'm gonna do a potty in the laundry room. Yes, I am. I think I have a lot of good ideas, but I also don't trust people to design things for me as well. Your favorite thing is when I say horrendous. That's fucking horrendous. Maybe I should just make like maybe we could start off with basic shit like a mug or a t-shirt and it would just say on it fucking horrendous. This is fucking horrendous. Would you guys buy a t-shirt that just said fucking horrendous on it? You would buy it. That's reassuring. This is horrendous. I could write something like that. This is fucking horrendous. Hi, Sky Baby. We're talking about merch ideas. We're brainstorming merch. Fucking horrendous. This room is so cyan for no reason. I'm going to put kids' stuff as well in this room in here. I'll get rid of that. Because we've literally got kids right in this household. So it would make sense to have some kids' stuff. Could even do a science lab. Fuck it. This is like a rich house. They can afford that. Satch and sniff. I could make some underwear. Call it Satch on Sniff. Sniff my panties. Shall I sell my used underwear? Instead of doing merch, shall I just like sell my used underwear and shit? Would that not just be easier? Would you guys buy my used? This is a joke if anyone from YouTube is moderating. I'm solely just having fun here. Oh, should we do the little... this thing? This one's shorter, isn't it? Yeah, should we use this here? Like a fun thing that the kids have drawn or something. No. Do toilet roll. Shall I sell shit stained toilet roll? Oh, why not, guys? Why don't you want my pooey toilet paper? I'm offended. A temporary tattoo of my face. A SatchOnSims douche. No, what if I actually made... okay, not used underwear. What if I actually made underwear, right? Some basic men's and women's style briefs with... I don't know, something on it. Yeah, people on Grindr will buy anything. What would you guys buy off me? What shit can I sell you? What shit will you buy off me? Give me the most low effort thing in the whole world. It's got a dresser. Fuck it, I've done everything in here that I need to. Butt soap. Shall I? Do you guys know about those willy molds? Do you guys know what I'm talking about when I say a willy mold? Maybe. Right. maybe I should create a mold of my thingy, right? And I could sell two. I could sell, firstly, a soap in the shape of my you-know-what. Just a little soap bar in the shape of it, because you can get those. You can get Willy soaps. I could sell a soap bar in that shape. Just as like a tamer thing, right? And then I could sell the proper silicone thing. I could sell the real deal. If you want a piece of me, you can have a piece of me. And the straws, yeah. No, I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. That's extremely inappropriate. I would never sell that. Never, ever, ever. But if you have any realistic ideas of merch that I could do, t-shirts. The name on the box says "Piece of Me." No, let's just do t-shirts. Let's just do that. Right. Let's just do some t-shirts and call it a day, I think. Yeah, let's be family friendly. Yeah, we could do... What have I done? We could do literally a twerking pig. A pig that is twerking. That would be a very fun idea, I think. Let's do... Oh, no. I need to do lights before I forget. And then we'll do a teen bedroom, I think. No, I've got to be family friendly because YouTube wouldn't let me promote any sexual services and things. Even if I did make a Willy soap as a joke, I wouldn't want to risk YouTube getting funny with that, so I just wouldn't bother doing it. Sure, there's something else that we could think of that's realistic. So this has an ensuite bathroom and a closet again as well, which is good. A pink bar of soap that says Shanice. Shanice's Minge Washer. We could call it that. Why a pig's end? Because in every single build that I do in The Sims, we include this piggy object. I call him the twerking pig because he kind of looks like he's twerking if you look from the back. So obviously we would not copy the Sims one, but I would do a generic pig that happens to be twerking. Yeah, I would definitely be down to do a bar of soap that just smelt like bubble gum or something. And just make it like Shanice's soap. And it would just say owned by Shanice on it or something. I would definitely do some piggy emotes to add to my YouTube emotes. I can't get Twitch emotes yet because Twitch just don't want me to be an affiliate. I don't know what I did to piss them off. Twitch don't want me. I'm sure it's just like an error. I think it's just like a Twitch error, but they won't let me do affiliate, so I can't do emotes. Yeah, there must be some more ideas. I could just start off with a t-shirt. And just see where it transcends from there. I think if I did merch to begin with, it would just be a very small amount of stuff. And then gradually I could build it up over time. But I would also, for me, no, I am actually, I am eligible for Twitch. I have applied for it, but because I am a company and not an individual, it's a little bit complicated. Right, this team has a fucking whole streamer space here. Like, you do not need, this team does not need another desk in here, but I will give them, because they're rich bitch, we will give them like a cozy seating area, I think. And a TV on it, yeah. Shanice bed covers. Yeah, Amanda, I'd love to give you guys my Shanice emotes. You can only get them on YouTube, but again, I've only got 3. So even on YouTube, you're not really getting anything. I think if you get my if you like a pay subscribe on YouTube for me, like you're not paying for anything. You're solely paying to support me, which is shit, I know. I'll sort it out eventually. I could like the idea of, well, though, if I make merch, I like the idea of making it feel functional and usable outside of YouTube. I don't just want it to say like Shanice on it, you know. I would want it to feel like something. Like I'd want it to feel genuinely cool to wear in public, and people who don't even know who I am would be like, "Oh, that's a nice top. That's cute. That's pretty." Like, I want somebody who doesn't even know me to relate to it and appreciate it, make some nice design stuff. Yeah, I think candles would suit me. I love candles in real life. I have to try and find a company that does them. Ideal scenario is that I find a company that's basically just willing to make merch for me, and I just give them a cut of the profits. That's my ideal scenario right there. Company comes up with everything. I tell them what I want. They do it, and then they get a cut without me actually having to pay them anything. That would be just like, you know, perfect for me. Don't know how realistic that is, though. Allegedly. Oh, yeah, I say that a lot. Maybe we could try and combine the quotes in some way, make some, I don't know. Like, I like a top that just said, like, allegedly horrendous or something, you know. That's a shit example, but I feel like we should come up with something, you know. Allegedly fucking horrendous. We could do that. My life is allegedly fucking horrendous. Allegedly horrendous. The kids would think you're a cool mum for having fuck on a t-shirt. The other mums won't. They'll all judge you. They'll get all excited and find it scandalous, I think. Wouldn't they? That's cool. Scandal. Pop sockets. I don't know what that means. Keychain. Hi, Jenny. Yeah, if you guys got any other ideas for, like, I don't know, something I could do. There must be something so cool. That's realistically achievable. Just haven't figured it out yet. I'm thinking for this room, we do add a vanity table. If not, a desk. Love this little one. I wish we had more little ones like that. Hi, Alteria. A top that said tax credit 1. Yeah, we could definitely involve tax credit something in this. On benefits. Although the Americans wouldn't understand that, would they? I claim social welfare on a top. Tax avoider. Make a whole wardrobe. Yeah, I like the idea of making cozy merch, but inspired by Shanice. So I think everything would be. I think the main color vibes, given that most of my audience is female as well, I think the color vibes would definitely have to be like hot pink, because that's like a Shanice color, right? Like a hot pink for Shanice, for sure. Yeah, Shanice hot pink. We could do like a hot pink candle that smelled like bubble gum. We could do a hot pink like notepad, like a cute little like a to-do list thing that was also in hot pink. That would be cool. Yeah, a whole tracksuit. My idea would be to do like a crushed velvet tracksuit. That would be amazing. Yeah, I think maybe a notebook would come with stickers. I want it to be included together. For sure. Yeah, the thing it's not about your personal colours though. It's about Shanice, right? It's just embracing something that's just so over the top and fucking stupid. That's what I would love to do with merch, I think, being real with you. I'm going to copy the same walk-in wardrobe objects over. I know that's lazy, but we do what we do. Well, then the second merch drop can be about Chantal. Chantal wears more like purpley colours. The second merch drop could be inspired by her. Yeah, like a pink fluffy notepad or something. That'd be funny. The pen that comes with it's pink. And then maybe we could write on the notebook, like on the front of it, like fucking horrendous. Yeah, the pen would have to be fluffy and cute as well, wouldn't it? It would have to be girly for sure. Really over the top, like fucking severe girly shit. Maybe I should do like a Kim Kardashian, like KSI thing. And just like make my own energy drink. Get all the kids hypo off my energy drink. Give them all induced mental health disorder from all the energy drinks. I wouldn't want to print my own merch. I wouldn't trust myself to do it. I would love to do something meaningful if I was to do merch inspired by Shanice as well. I'd love to do some kind of like I forgot what I was gonna say. What the fuck was I gonna say? I completely forgot what I was gonna say. What the hell? I'm losing my mind. It'll come back to me in a minute. It was a cool idea. You've just got to believe me. I've got a Shanice Halloween mask. There is a Shanice filter on TikTok. Somebody made one. Why have I just forgotten what I said? What I was going to say? Shanice notepad, Shanice candle. Oh, jewelry. That was what I was going to say. I would really love, genuinely love the thought of doing like some kind of jewelry thing. I think that YouTube is saying that my stream is down. Fine on Twitch. I think there's an issue on YouTube. Are we back on? Sorry, guys. Yeah, so I was thinking about doing some kind of like earrings, right, with the jewelry, or doing like a bracelet, like you said. I think that would be quite fun as well, wouldn't it? To do a little bracelet. But something that felt like something that Shanice would have for sure. Something that was covered in gems. Yeah, hoops would be good. Yeah, I'd love to partner with a real jewelry designer. Hi, Zella. Yeah, we could do a bracelet with twerking pig charm. What else could we put? A twerking pig charm, a tombstone charm saying R.I.P. Shanice, although that it would be so small. It wouldn't say R.I.P. It maybe just do like a hot pink tombstone, a pink piggy. This house is just for a household that you might create yourself. I'm making like a pre-made for a family that you'd want to move in. We've got parents, infant, child, teen. And we'll do one more. Yeah, we could do pink poo. Pink poo would be a cool idea, wouldn't it? Yeah, pink heels. They couldn't be Moschino heels. They would have to be generic pink heels. That we could do that for sure, yeah. Lots of cool ideas that we could do. So many. So this room, guys, is going to be our spare room. So this is like, I don't know what you're going to do with it. You can do whatever the fuck you want. But for that purpose, it's going to be plain, if that makes sense. Like a very plain room in here. If you're actually watching the build. A backpack, that would be something of the future. But I actually looked at Little Simsy's merch line that she was doing. And she did like, she's doing like this very big blankets, right? I don't really watch other YouTubers, but I this kind of stuff I find very interesting. Yeah, so she's got like a cute little blanket. For me, this is what I would aspire to be in the future. This is inspirational to me, to make like a cute little blanket. Where is it? Is this the blanket? Yeah, like a cute little fucking blanket like that. That to me is like genius merch, right? That for me is like awesome. I love to do all that stuff. Yeah, I'm going to keep this room very plain. I think. Keep it very much spare room vibes. Where's that? Yeah, like we're even going to use this in here. Like it's just like a junk room. At 7 p.m. the astronauts are returning. I didn't even know astronauts were going into space. See, I could do a pillow as well. I could do a crushed velvet pillow. I'd love to do that. Crushed velvet pillow in Shanice colours and shit. That for me is just like cream of the crop. Hilarious. And I just feel like you guys would appreciate that as well. Gosh, there's so much I'd love to do. But I don't have the knowledge right now, so I'd rather not risk it too much. Yeah, I think maybe we should make it cozy, the first one. If I planned it now, it would be coming out in autumn, winter time. So I could do... Yeah, I could do a pillow for sure. Crushed velvet pillow. I could do... What else? Crushed velvet pillow, a candle, and a hoodie. Right, keep it simple. 3 things. A pillow, a hoodie, and a candle. They're kind of cozy things, right? Cozy up in your hoodie. Light a candle. I'm also very conscious about like, you know, like even real life me, like I'm very conscious about things like fast fashion and just like buying something and using it once and never touching it again. Like I am very conscious about that kind of stuff, right? So I would also be careful of like, I wouldn't want to make loads of clothes if I did merch. I wouldn't do that. It would have to be like, you know, if it was like a pillow or something, like you guys could keep that forever. curse. Right, this is just a spare room, so that's going to be empty. I've done all of upstairs apart from this little room up here. What could we do for this room, guys? Do you guys have any ideas? We've got a parent's room with an infant side bit, a kid's bedroom, a teen room, and a spare room. So we've got 2 parents, an infant, a kid, a teen. So we could have a space for 3 more Sims, or what could we do? Space for another child? Or we could make it a home gym. Oh no, we've got a home gym down here. Guys, what else could we put in that room? You've got enough offices. Hobby room. Art room. Let's have a look. We'll put this thing in the spare room, right? Oh, a family bulletin board. Yeah, time to clutter up the kitchen. Time to clutter up all the rooms with useful objects and things. Have a bubble room. Oh, that's not the bubble blower. I thought it was a Get Famous bubble blower. We could have this, to be fair. Should we have this downstairs for the kids to play with? I'm going to move this over, make this whole room a games room. Yeah, we've got a downstairs living room with like a theatre. Butler bedroom. Well, the spare room could be the butler room. I think we just do another kid's bedroom, you know, because we've got enough room for 1 kid. Because you have 2 parents, a teen, a kid, and infant, and general spare room. So we'd have a room for 1 more child. That makes perfect sense to me. Make it all plush and carpeted and cute. Should we do this shit in here? Do we have laundry? Yes, we have a whole big ass laundry room. This house has got everything you would want. Should we use this whole... What was that kit called that this carpet came with? Pastel pop. Should we make a pastel pop room? Why not? This kit's not my vibe, but I like it. It's a cool concept for sure. So should we make like a girly little pastel pop room? We'll do some, you know, some shit with this, right? This is definitely one of the stronger kits in terms of a vibe. It's your favorite kit? Yeah, I think this kit works well. I think Plumbella made this, didn't she? She worked with EA on it. Does she still make videos? Or did she like quit? Did she properly quit? It was watching her videos that inspired me to start playing The Sims on YouTube. She literally is the reason why I made a Sims channel. I knew for ages that I wanted to be a YouTuber, but I didn't know what I wanted to do on YouTube. I was just completely stumped. I knew just so badly, like, I really want to do YouTube. Like, I want to make this my job. But it was watching her videos that made me think, oh, I could play The Sims on YouTube. That would be fun, wouldn't it? That would be a cool idea. Because I watched her videos and I was like, these are so funny. I want to do that. She does deep dives like every 6 months. I wonder, like, you know, I do wonder a lot of the Sims YouTubers who don't really upload anymore. I will be honest, I am very curious, you know, what did they do with their lives? I don't know them, so I wouldn't know. It's not really my place to ask, is it? But I can't help be nosy and think, oh, I wonder what all these people are doing with their lives. Do they have other jobs? Do they rely on that lockdown pandemic income? And just kind of chill, unemployed lifestyle? That would be my dream. I'd like to think that's what they're doing, just kind of chilling. I'm the reason you'll play The Sims, Grace. That's cool. Love that. Why can't I put this up there? That's annoying. What if I... Right. There we go. Nope. I was fucking... Look at that. I was way off. No, guys, that is atrocious. Nope. Right, hack for this, guys, when you're trying to get something at a height. Right, watch closely. Go into not comfort. Surfaces, shelves. If you own Dream Home Decorator, use this. If you own High School Years, use this. Right? If you just own the base game, you could try use this or this. Okay? Chuck it in there. Get it level at the height that you want it to be. Right? And then this is now at the height you want it to be. And then just delete all this bullshit. That is your shelving hack right there. Are any of you guys using the marketplace? I'm curious, actually. Do any of you guys... Have you guys bought anything from the marketplace? I'm not judging you. By the way, no shame. This is not a hateful space. We don't shame here. We don't shame. Oops. Oh, is there a plant under the desk? Thanks for letting me know. You haven't? But according to the Insider, the marketplace is extremely popular. Excuse me. Extremely popular. Apparently, business is booming on there. Apparently, they're selling loads of stuff on there. So, own up. You're a corporate shill. That's fantastic. I love that for you. No judgment here. Oh, should we do like little awards? This person in this room has won awards and shit, right? Yeah, that's cool. Let's use now the everyday clutter kit to clutter this house out a bit better. Pink thermos for a pink visco girl. I haven't given this bedroom a fucking wardrobe. And you guys, yeah, you didn't even fucking tell me. I'm fuming. You're all useless, basically. Every single one of you is useless to my life because you're just not doing things for me. My brain is not capable of doing things. You're supposed to be here to save me. Now I'm having to do it all myself. Now I know where your priorities lie. And they're not with me. Yeah, shame on you guys. Punish yourselves. Right. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot there was a plant under here. Okay, that's fine, isn't it? Sims can still access this room, I'm sure. Right. Let's hope so. I'm going to make this carpet really fucking messy in here. Make it more lived in. You joined at the wrong time. You'd rather subscribe to the person's Patreon so EA doesn't take a cut. If I was a CC creator, I would 100% be uploading my custom content onto that marketplace. 100%. Like, from a business perspective, if people are buying it, like, make that money, guys. Make your money. Make it. Let people buy your shit. Because you will be able to get away with charging, like, an outrageous amount, and people will just buy it anyway. And you're basically just making money for, like, creating content that you would have made anyway. Like, if you're a, like, content creator, do it. I'm not judging at all. You guys know I'm like a businessman first and foremost. I've told you guys before, like, I love money. I love talking about money. It makes me happy, that kind of stuff. Even if EA takes 70%, which is fucking outrageous, as a creator, you'll still be making a lot of money. If 100,000 people purchase your... Let's figure this out, right? Because The Sims has a big audience. So, Japandi living room is... Okay. For, let's say 500 moolah. How much is 500 moolah? I don't know what it is in dollars or euros, so I'm just doing it in pounds, right? £4.49 divided by 100 times 30. So they make £1, almost £1.35, £1.347, 1.347 pounds, right? So if we times that by 100,000 people who will purchase it, that would be $134,000 or pounds. Let's say 150. If 100,000 people purchase this creator would make over $100,000 after tax. I don't know what the tax is in US. It obviously goes down, but that is a killing, right? If you're a CC creator, do it. 100%. Make that money. Yeah, that was me. That was me accounting for that cut. That's me. That's 30%. What I just said, getting about $134,000 is 30%. Which is insane. 100% if you're one of these creators, do it. What are the cheaper things, right? See, I love learning about this stuff because I just love money so much. It's so interesting to me. Lip couture, right? If you want lips, it'll cost you 200 moolah, which is £2.29. I don't know dollars. So £2.29 divided by 100 times 30, that's 68 pence, 68 cents, whatever. So if 100,000 of these sold, this creator would make almost £70,000, £68,700. £68,700 GBP to USD. That is just roughly $90,000, right? That's insane, that creator making that much money. And they are making that much money, right? Which is, I'm happy for them, genuinely. Custom content creators, like, if you know how to make CC, like, they make a lot of money. CC creators and modders make a lot of money. Anyway, guys, off subject of money, we've basically finished the fucking house. We've just got to do the exterior, which is really exciting. So let's do this shit. Let's just get straight on with that. I mean, I doubt they're all making that much. As I said, they've got taxes to pay, and you don't know exactly, really, you don't know how many people are buying stuff from the marketplace, but they should be making passive income over a long period of time, right? Because once you've made it, you upload it and you get that passive income. So, yeah, they must be making a decent amount of money. Much more than YouTubers make for playing The Sims on YouTube, that's for sure. If you're a modder, you could definitely do it full time. But then there's a lot of Sims 4 modders who don't have Patreons and stuff. They don't use CurseForge. So I think, how are you making your money? I'd love to know. Or are you just doing it for fun? I kind of like the idea of keeping this front lawn very, very minimal. If you guys agree with me, I'm thinking we just keep this like minimal and nicely done, I think. Yeah, I want to keep this space looking like it's fresh. Would I make CC? No, I'm too stupid. Your mods are free. Yeah, it's awful that EA make that much money, but also I think it's I do genuinely think it's outrageous, and I think the creators should be trying to bargain with EA a bit more and be like, look, what if you give me a 45% cut instead of 30? So yeah, I think the CC creators should definitely be not afraid to bargain. The worst thing they can say is no. And in that case, you just get it for the 30% if they say no. Not a big deal. Yeah, I think CC creators should definitely be on it. I would be. But yeah, EA, even though it's a lot, EA do fundamentally make the game, right? Those modders would not be able to make mods if EA didn't make that game in the first place. So 70% is outrageous. 100% outrageous, and I'm not going to deny that. But you could also argue it's not horrifically outrageous, given that EA have literally made this game. And EA will be fine whether or not the marketplace exists. So that's always something to consider as well. But I wouldn't be able to make CC. At the most, I'd probably be able to figure out how to make a wallpaper or like an in-game painting. Maybe. But that's me pushing it. I don't think I want this here. No. No, I don't. I forgot, is it Spandrel? How much do I think they pay the simmers who do the worlds? Like James Turner built the, he built either most or all of the lots in the werewolves world, right? A lot of Sims YouTubers have built lots. I don't know how much they make. I could not even hazard a guess. I wonder if any Sims 4 creators have come out and said how much they were paid. Anyone want to give it a Google? Shall I Google it? Um, I don't even know what to Google. No, I don't even know what to Google. No, I'd love to know if I was a part of it and it wasn't in my contract to say to keep it a secret. I would tell you guys, but they might have like a confidentiality clause, so they can't really tell you. You never know, because I think most EA creators are quite secretive about how much they've been paid, which is not a cash grabby thing. It's actually quite common. I'm under a lot of when I do brand deals, because even I do this, right? When I've got brand deals to do, there'll be a term in the contract to say that I can't disclose publicly how much I've earned from the brand deal. So it might just be that they can't tell you, even if they want to. But if they didn't make a lot of money off it, if I were them, I'd be fuming. But I think a lot of them also do it for literally for fun, you know. People play and enjoy this game for fun, fundamentally. So even if they weren't paid like a killing, sure, they wouldn't be unhappy about it. Because they'd say, look, my build's in The Sims, people are actually using this and it's, you know, rewarding. Have I tried Blender? No, I couldn't do it. I used to try and use this program called SketchUp, and that was horrendous. You did a sponsor on that Spark challenge, and they asked how much you wanted. Brands do that with me. You know, the worst thing about brand deals is they'll come up to me and they'll be like, "Can you tell us how much you want?" What they're actually doing is trying to gauge what their budget should be, rather than actually taking seriously what you want. So I just give them a really high amount. I give them the highest possible amount that I could possibly want. Well, firstly, what I do, if you're curious, when brands are like, Satch, tell us how much you want for a deal, I always say, I'm not doing this. I'll always say to them, well, tell me what your budget is. Brands hate it when brands come up to you and just be like, how much do you charge? They hate it when you go back to them and you're just like, well, tell me your budget. Because whatever I say, you've got a budget in mind. So just tell me your budget. It's the same when you apply for jobs, I think, in real life. They'll say, like, what's your expectations of the salary of this role? It's like, well, you haven't told me, so just give me your budget for the role. Tell me your budget. So yeah. I normally say to brands when they email me, I normally say to them, I don't have a set. This is like, honestly, I give them, it sounds like so chat GPT. It's not. I'll say something like, I forgot what I'll say, but I'll say something like, you know, given the gaming landscape, it entirely depends on the budget of the brand and your expectations of me. With that being said, I don't have a set budget in mind. Please let me know what your budget is so that we could come to a reasonable arrangement or something like that, I'll say to them. And it's at that point they ghost me, because most brands, when they contact you, they're not contacting you because they genuinely want to work with you. They contact you because they just want to gauge what your budget would be. Because they're trying to work out, they use it for internal data of how much they can charge influencers, how much they have to pay influencers, because they don't want to overpay you as an influencer. They want to charge you the bare minimum. If you guys are curious about this, so most social media companies, they'll contact influencers and say, hey, what's your how much do you want? My chat's disappeared. They ask me, oh, how much do you want? Where the fuck is my chat? You're back. You guys are back. Yeah, they'll ask me how much I want, but they have no intention to pay it. They just add it to a spreadsheet. I hate brands. They're so annoying. Yeah, if they won't give you a general budget, it's a bit suspicious. Yeah, if any of you guys happen to be a content creator and a company asks you, you know, how much do you want to be paid for this? You go back and you tell them, I don't have a set budget. 90% of the time, they will then further go on to ghost you. And if they do, that signifies that they were just using you for data. It's kind of like, have you guys heard of those fake jobs posted on LinkedIn? Have you guys heard of those fake jobs where like companies will post fake jobs just so that they can, to be honest, probably, I'm assuming illegally, obtain data about you? And it's the same thing. A lot of it's not usually the brands themselves. It's normally talent agencies. That's why you've always got to say, I don't have a set budget. So tell me what you're working with and I'll work with you. And then if that's the case, if they genuinely want a brand deal with me, what then happens... A vlog about this. Yeah, I should do a vlog about it. That'd be fun. If a company genuinely wants to do a brand deal with me, they will respond with their budget. But what they normally do is they give me a fake low budget and they'll say, our budget was to pay you $500. And then I'll go back and say, no, I want $5,000. And then they'll be like, okay, we'll pay you $2,500. And I'll say, no, $5,000. And they'll say, oh, I could do 4,000 at a push. And I'd say, okay. Yeah, LinkedIn literally is a fucking data collection site. You can't tell me. LinkedIn just pisses me. Can I rant about LinkedIn? Like, everyone on there is so fucking fake. We say social media is fake. LinkedIn is the fakest of the fake. It's just people talking shit. Everybody's pretending to be all corporate, you know? They're just pretending to be this corporate way. But they all fucking hate it. Like, everyone's just so fake. This is why I became a YouTuber and I don't want a fucking real job. I can't deal with the fake bullshit of, like, LinkedIn, of people pretending that they're interested in all this, like, bureaucratic shit when they're not. And it's all just fake. It's bullshit. I hate it. Get out my face. I'd rather honestly fucking vomit and shit flavored ice cream every day than have a real job again. You got 4 jobs from LinkedIn. Well, congrats, because you are officially the only person I know. And I don't even know you. You know what I mean? You're the only person I know who's actually got a job from LinkedIn. I don't know a single real life human who's genuinely been scouted or found a real job off LinkedIn. Not one. Oh, that's a fountain trim. Oh, I want to do this. This kind of like pool is giving IM. Oh gosh, look at the lag, man. This pool is giving IMVU. Is this the same color as this one? Is that... No, I want to do the emerald pool for both of these. Look at it lag when I have the pool tool open. Merch slogan: I'd rather vomit and shit. I'd rather eat vomit and shit flavored ice cream than get a real job. That's funny. You can definitely charge a lot more for brand deals. I honestly undercharge, to be honest. It's actually quite annoying because basically most social media influencers undercharge for brand deals, which is really frustrating for me as a content creator who actually wants to be paid a decent amount. Because what happens is, you know, a brand will contact you and say, can I have $500? And most content creators would be like, okay, yeah, because they don't realize they're being underpaid. So I come along and say let's say 5,000 hypothetically, and they'll be like, no, because this other person's doing it for 500. I'm not going to do a brand deal with you. No thanks. This person's doing it for 500, so you can fuck off. That's how they fundamentally think. So it's frustrating because this is why I'm so financially open where I can be, because I want other content creators to not get ripped off. I want them to get paid a good amount for their brand deals. Because if you get paid a good amount as a creator, then so do I. Indirectly. Can I double stack these? Yeah, and it looks like it's interesting, isn't it? A pool slide, yeah, we could do that. Yeah, I used to charge. I can't tell you how much I unfortunately get paid for brand deals, but I guess I can tell you I used to charge roughly round about $5,000 for for a dedicated YouTube video. Roughly for a dedicated video. This is not even and it's pissing me off. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. Yeah, I used to charge roughly 5k for a dedicated video, but as a creator, it's not really good to do many dedicated videos because most people don't watch them. I've done them before, dedicated videos before, and they have done very well, just to say. But it's not so common for me. I'd rather do an integrated sponsorship, which means when a sponsorship is integrated, it means that people are buying a slot in my video, like they're buying 1 minute ad slot in one of my videos. But I prefer those. Yeah, 5k for as a small channel is a lot for sure. Guys, I'm gonna put these in here because they're cute. No, I'm not. This is a family home. Sit down. Hi, doll carcass. They could see if you skip, I guess. Only if you give them access to the data. But brands have to pay you extra money to access that data. Well, most creators don't know this, right? But you should really be charging a brand extra money if they want to access your YouTube data, for sure. Let's get... Let's pop this here. That's cute. Yeah, most creators won't charge them, but I do. Another thing you guys probably don't know is that creators will charge for usage rights, which means if I worked with a brand, right, and the brand wanted to use the video, if I make a 1 minute ad and put it in a YouTube video and the brand wants the right to like repost that ad on their social media, you charge them. Brands may also ask for exclusivity, meaning that if I worked with a makeup company, obviously this would never happen, I'm not girly, but if I work with L'Oreal Paris would not want me next month working with MAC Cosmetics. So what they would do is they'll say, we want 5 months exclusivity where you don't work with any other makeup and beauty brands, but they have to pay you the full amount for every month. So if a brand deal, I get paid £5,000. What would happen in that situation is, and they wanted 5 months of exclusivity, it would be an additional 5k for every month of exclusivity. So in total, the brand deal will cost 30k. 5,000 to make the video, and another 25,000 to make sure I didn't work with another creator ever again for that 5 months. Interesting shit, right? But I charge, when a company wants to work with me in US dollars, I charge extra because I get charged bank fees. So I don't actually make the amount that they offer me. If they offer me $5,000, I'll actually get like $4,300 because of bank fees, which is annoying. So I normally overcharge a little bit. But most brands don't actually want to work with creators outside of the US. They only want to work with American creators. So I actually get a lot less money from brand deals than a lot of bigger creators do. A lot of other creators based in the US. There's also, you know, not much of a... I think brand deals in general, you don't get them as much as a gamer. It's more beauty vloggers and stuff, mainstream. Companies still haven't figured out. Good evening, Georgia. Companies still haven't figured out that people who play video games also wear makeup. Also, I don't know, like board games. People who play video games also have houseplants. They haven't... companies haven't worked that out yet, that we're actually normal people who play video games. So it's harder to get a brand deal as a gamer, and you mostly get indie game companies come up to you and be like, we're a poor, small indie company. Will you advertise our game for this low amount? And I have to be like, no. Actually, no. Get fucked. Pay me, bitch, or leave. Basically. Don't gaslight me. So yeah, I don't get many brand deals because I maybe overvalue myself. Moral of the story, don't fucking undercharge. Basically. Make that money, bitch. I might keep this in the white swatch, you know. This is cool, isn't it? I like that. Yeah, exactly. Fucking pay me, bitch. Or leave. Go find some tiny content creator who wants nothing and get a fucking nothing burger brand deal. I've had content creator friends as well ask me about this. And I've said to them, like, you need to charge this much. And they're like, oh, are you sure I can charge that much? And I'm like, yeah, go on. And they get more money than they thought they would have got because I told them to up their price by 500%. So that's fun. This is cool, isn't it? And I'll put an outdoor plant here and a candle. You guys liking how this outside is looking so far? Shall I just put the candles in the middle? Are you guys liking how this is looking so far out here? Can you think of anything else that we could put out here? But yeah, I love the white and stuff. It's chic, isn't it? But I make more money from YouTube ad revenue because I upload so many. Oh, a treehouse. I upload so many videos that I actually make even more money. I'm going to get rid of this gate, you know. I don't think we need it, do we? No, let's keep the gate. I make more money from YouTube ads, from like, you know, regular YouTube videos, than I earn money from brand deals. Most content creators earn more from brand deals than they do from their videos because they only upload once or twice a week. But usually not everyone, but usually gamers make more money from the brand deals. Sorry, from the YouTube videos. Usually. But it's quite hard as a... There's no real middle ground. Most brands will either pay you a tuppence. The Americans won't get that. Most brands will pay you nothing, a shilling, a cent, or they will pay you $100,000. So you either have to be a very big creator or a very small creator. It's harder as a creator my size. There is also a website. This is where I'm giving you guys some insider info. There is, well, multiple websites, but one in particular that I actually forgot the name of, that has details on how brand-friendly content creators are. So they use AI to look at different content creators and see, you know, how brand-friendly is this content creator? Is this content creator going to make, if you work with this creator, are they going to make your brand look good or look bad? And I am considered a high-risk content creator because I swear a lot and because I'm brutally honest. So a lot of brands will use these AI programs to ascertain whether or not you're worth it or not. So yeah, I'm considered high risk because I'm brutally honest, right? And that's scary as a brand to work with somebody who's brutally honest. Which they shouldn't be. Brands should actually be paying brutally honest creators more. Because if I advert, because you guys know I don't do sponsorships that much. So if I do one, you guys will know it's actually because I fucking like it. And I want you to get what they're offering, right? Because I rarely work with brands. If I work with a brand and I say, guys, this is good, you guys are more likely to trust me, right? But brands don't see it that way. Brands see it as risky. So according to these AI things, I'm a risk, which is edgy. I'm a fucking risk to society. I'm such a bad boy. I'm a risk. Step away. But yeah, as a risk to society, I don't get many deals. But I would love to know if I could sue these companies. Who have got AI judgments about me for making, you know, could I sue them for making a false statement? But then if it's just their opinion about me, it's not actually a false statement, is it? So I think I'd have to do a lot of research into it. But yeah, it's annoying. But then I think if a brand is just going to blindly trust what this AI website says, do I want their business anyway? I also feel like, okay, I feel like these days brands could probably do with being a bit more risky. I feel like if brands took risks and were more controversial like they were back in the day, I get the feeling that they'd probably be a lot more successful. Do you know what I mean? I feel like brands would be more... I think because most people, the average internet user is offended by everything, but most real life people aren't. I think if brands were more likely to... if brands were more likely to work with riskier creators, I think they'd get good out of that. If you know what I mean. Because people would find it funny. And they'd just buy it. Yeah, I'd shame you. I'd do some weird domination thing and shame you into buying whatever I'm trying to sell you. Guys, we've done this house. Can I just say we've done it? On a different note. Save just in case. So this is a house where you will be moving your own Sims in. So we've got room for parents, right? A little kid, a child, a spare room, a teen. Honestly, another teen or another child. Got a computer gamer space, loads of fucking bathrooms. Got a laundry space, like a little games room, a whole pool and home gym, an office for working at home, an outdoor pool, some activities for the kids, barbecue, another TV space. They've basically got everything in this house, guys. I'm just going for a wee. Guys, we've done it. We fucking done it. Hang on, let me get bigger so you can watch me dance. We fucking done it. Squat time, guys. Hi, Ruby. Squat, guys. Let's move our bodies. My zipper's broken. This is annoying. There we go. I can't believe we've done it. Stim party. Do you guys have a favorite build? I personally think I like Magnolia Blossom Park that we've done because this is literally Slay Queen. This is literally like the most fucking functional park. This is the most functional version of the fucking park. Right? We've got kids play area. We've got a birthday party venue. We've got fucking toilets, butterflies. We've got art. We've got picnic blank, picnic space. We've got home chef hustle, start your own business, sell things. We've got food stalls. We don't have a barbecue. We've got other shit. There's a shitty little barbecue over there. We've got everything, basically. This is my personal favorite lot, I think, from the whole thing. I'm doing it again. I'm such a fucking boomer. You can't see anything. I'm so useless. I'm such a fucking boomer. Yeah, as I was saying, look, we've got the cute little toilets. We've got a birthday party, shitty birthday party venue for your kids' birthdays in the game. We've got a table to sell stuff that you've made to the general public. You can also sell your food with the Home Chef Hustle thing, sunbathe in the park, woohoo in a picnic blanket, have picnics, buy food from here, or there's a barbecue outside of the lot over in these trees somewhere. We've got art, yoga here, fishing, base game, shitty fishing pond, this cute thing. This is the biggest vibe to me, this play thing. This is my vibe. What do you guys rate this out of 10? A 6, 7 out of 10. I rate it a 6 out of 9. There were a couple of lots that I haven't actually edited or changed. The first one is Crit Cabana. This is like a move-in starter lot. So we haven't actually done anything for this on stream, but this is literally just like a starter that you will move into. You guys think, oh, thanks, guys. Love that. There's always one, Emma. There's always one. So, yeah. So, every single neighborhood has basically been done, right? So, there's a starter lot in 2 of the neighborhoods and a residential rental starter lot here. Did I finish this build? Yeah. So there's a starter lot in all 3 of these neighborhoods. In the Manor neighborhood, there's no starter, but you can put your own sim. And there's a big family house here for those who play with the free real estate cheat. So next, guys, I have also done, right, I've also renovated the whole of Oasis Springs. Again, what's this lot named? Dusty Turf. So if you guys want to build along with me, hashtag Dusty Turf Satch. Here's, again, there's a household that's been made by me, a base game household, and a base game house. Oops, saving it to the library. And it's like where I've done 80% of it, like I've done the shell, you've just got to fill it and complete it, right? So I've done this for the whole of Oasis Springs as well. You know. Thanks, Ruby. I appreciate it. 6, 7 on a Merry Christmas. Shanice doesn't exist in this save file because this is more like a normal save file, to be honest. So yeah. I've also done like some, to be fair, I don't mean to toot my own trumpet, but I've done some really nice Mediterranean houses that I would love to do. Rio Verde. What did I do here? Rio Verde Satch. What the fuck did I... Watch this be the shittest one I've done. I'm your favourite creator. I love that. Yeah, see, so I've done this where I've done like most of it. Got a fake debug car, right? Brown soil from where we'd want to landscape it. But yeah. So it's like we've got to finish it together on stream. So there's a whole of Oasis Springs that I've done that we could do. Yeah, toot my own fucking trumpet. I shall. And then I've also done Newcrest. Like I've done fucking everything here as well. Civic Cliffs. What did I put? I did this so long ago, I can't remember. Civic Cliffs. This one was a little bit of a build challenge where I built 2 house shells and you've got to complete the houses and make them like residential rentals, like 2 mini starters. The Newcrest part of this save file is the one that I hate the most because I did it first and it was shit. I've done the pets world of cats and dogs. I've done so many worlds, guys. Which one would you want to renovate next? This is where I told you guys before were asking me to make a Willow Creek church or graveyard, but I decided not to because we've literally got this in Newcrest as a part of the save file. Do you guys want a pack world next? Yeah, like, honestly, guys, download these builds if you want to make your own save file, but you can't be bothered to do everything yourself. So I've done Magnolia Promenade. This lot here you can see in white is where I made a big shopping arcade. Yeah, these are all lots that I've made. I haven't done Windenburg or San Myshuno. I have done Forgotten Hollow. Evict these bitches. Goodbye. See, I was thinking we could do a smaller world next, to be honest, guys, because, you know, Willow Creek is fucking huge. I think to save time, I'd like to do a smaller world. So this was a lot. I kind of, for the vampires world, I was inspired to do like a kind of house that's inspired more by what's that? By Twilight, like the modern vampire house, the modern vampire vibe. So I did this one, right? Eco lifestyle. I haven't done eco lifestyle yet. And then this one, I did something very different. So I'm thinking maybe we could finish off my renovations of Realm of Magic. Sorry. Whatever this is. The werewolf world. Nope. Third time vampire world. This is where I did 4 houses in 1 or 3. I did townhouses. So you'd use the 4 residential rentals because obviously this world is small. So I wanted to add one of these so you can add more Sims. And you can see that I did one of these rentals. Like I've already basically done everything here. But then you can do we could do the next 2 of these townhouses on stream together. I haven't done city living. So yeah, I'm thinking we do a smaller world first. What the fuck did I do on Daddy Vladdy's lot? I forgot what I did. It was so long ago now. I can't have done a whole fucking mansion. What did I do? Oh, this is it. So I changed Daddy Vladdy's mansion completely. And I've actually turned it into basically like a graveyard that needs to be completed, as you can see. So I made this like crypt. And I've made it like, I feel like in a vampire world, you need to have a sim that lives literally in a crypt underground. So I make this like graveyard thing, but then you go down and there's like a vampire lair with different sections and stuff of the lair. So this will be a fun one to do. So we could do that world. We're doing a small world next, guys. So you're going to have to listen up and vote. Because eventually I'll be doing a vote. Maybe we should be making it between this and the Spellcaster world, because I've also done that one. What's this? Oh, this house was inspired by Coraline, would you believe? I didn't want to replicate it completely. This was loosely inspired by the Coraline house, which was a fun one to build. So we could basically complete this motherfucker. Right. I haven't done Tartosa yet. A lot of the newer worlds already look very good, so I thought, what's the point in even bothering to renovate them? But I want to show you all of the lot shells that I've done so that you can decide based on the shells what you would want to see me complete next. So this is basically now the final lot in whatever this world's called. So this, I think I used a lot of debug plants. So this could be a starter. Yeah, so we would have to keep this within a starter lot budget, which would be a challenge, right? Because we need a vampire starter lot. So yeah, we've got that one there. So that's the whole vampires world. What is this world called? Forgotten Hollow. I forgot Forgotten Hollow. And then we've got Magnolia Promenade, right? This is the next option that we do, which only has 4 lots. So this first lot here, obviously all of these are retail stores, right? Because it's Magnolia Promenade. But in practice, we would actually use the businesses and no hobbies pack to make them a home business where you section off one room as your apartment and the rest of it is like the shop. So this is quite a big one. So with businesses and hobbies, you can see I made an upstairs go back here, which we could make into a retail warehouse, or we could make it into a literal house that you live in. So we could have a big, expensive apartment up here, right? But then down here we have, I've actually made 3 shops. A shop here, a shop here, a shop here. So you could have like, if we made it home business, we could have one shop that's like a class. Wait, I've made 2 separate apartments here. That's insane. No, I didn't. I made this space as like a part of the business, and then this one the house. So we could actually have like one of these a dance studio, another one a little shop, another one something else. We're in Magnolia Promenade now, the get to work world. And then we've got, yeah. So yeah, this is Magnolia Promenade. What's this one? So this is another little retail lot. I don't think this has an apartment above it, so this would just be a retail lot. Oh no, it does. But it's an apartment that you access from the inside of the building. So we could have like one space as your like warehouse or wherever where you make things that you sell. The other side, you're a small little apartment where you live. And then downstairs, I've made a shop. But I've also made a second downstairs, a dungeon, which honestly, I'd probably delete this. Because I don't like that. You guys seem keen on this world. I want to show you all of the lots though, so you can decide what will we do. And then this is the 4th and final lot. So this is another home business apartment with 2 lots in one. So the apartment you get from the back door that we all love. So you can make this your apartment. Right down here I've made 2 shops, so we could have one a little cafe. With the businesses and no hobbies pack, you can have cafe stuff, and you could have, I don't know, an art class thing. So yeah. That is Magnolia Promenade. Hi, Bobo. So we're voting now between Magnolia Promenade and Forgotten Hollow. Let's also add a 3rd in the mix. What else is small that I've done? Glimmerbrook. Yeah, multifunctioning lots are always fun. What did I do here? This one I think I built like 4 years ago. Yeah, this is a basic shell. Yeah, this world's so pointless, but look, this is a basic shell. So I've done it so you can make like your own little garden for all of the magic plants. We've got a small quirky house here. Glitter, how are you adding a elevator in your Sims lot? Because we don't have them yet, technically. Yeah, I've also renovated Dowsell Valley, but that one is actually it is bigger. You know, it's medium size, and I've done a lot of residential rentals there. This is Creekside Corner. This one I set as a very hard build challenge because we've done nothing. I haven't even used fucking columns on this gazebo. We've just got a house like this that we'd have to really sexify up. These ones are quite challenging. Oh, the Realm of Magic Paws. Yeah, you can use those, which is a weird build hack. EA will do anything other than just give us working elevators. Bricks. Oh, look, guys, the Sims I made for this household are really fun. They're called Fetiche. Well, I use the spelling of quiche, which is a British food, and called them Fetiche. This is Dominique Fetiche. This is Troy Boy. So she's older and he's like the younger toy boy. And he likes being dominated by her base, allegedly. If this wasn't family friendly, that's allegedly what would be happening. So yeah, this is another house. I even use a bit of terrain paint here. You could make this. I've actually designed this. So there's a separate upstairs and downstairs. So you can make a residential rental. So you could have basically upstairs is your starter and downstairs is where Fetiche lives. Because these worlds are so small, I think the residential rentals are actually quite useful in terms of like, you know, being able to have populate your world with more Sims. And then here, I've also done a residential rental thing. So we've got a lot of residential rentals to do. I think if we're doing this one. So again, this is kind of like a townhousey vibe. So we've got 3 houses. That I hate these big like driveway things, right? But anyway, I've done it so we've got 3 like houses for your Sims. And I've rented, they're all wonky. So this first one I've already done. It's got kitchen, living room. And then the house actually expands all the way over here. Then this one is small. So you could make this one like your starter bungalow. And then this one has an upstairs. And that one also goes into the attic. So that could be fun. So this is your third option, right? Yeah, at least a lot to collect to the road in this world. So, which world next to renovate? So first up, we've got Glimmerbrook, which is this one that I've just showed you. Second up, we've got Forgotten Hollow. Sorry on Twitch, we can't do polls yet. They won't let me. And then third, we've got Magnolia Promenade. So you've seen them all and I've added them all in. I didn't show you this lot for Magnolia Promenade, so I better show you now, actually. Before you vote, I'm sorry. This one is basically just like a mega mall. Well, not a mega mall because it's a Sims 4. I've done a little mall with 1, 2, 3 shops and a cafe or whatever. With a big sign there. So there's that one as well. You went to YouTube just to vote. Love that. Sorry, Twitch. Sorry, guys. We've reached 880 followers on Twitch. I am almost at 1,000, which would be fantastic. That'd be a really big achievement for me if we get to 1,000 on Twitch. You guys got to make your decisions. I'm going to make a drink and then I'm ending the poll. Okay, poll is ending. I will post the results into Twitch so you guys can actually see the results. So, Magnolia Promenade wins at 40%. It was close, to be fair. So, most of you want me to do yet another base game Willow Creek inspired world. You guys are such basic bitches. Like, you just want the white picket fence suburban shit, and that's fine. If that's what you want, that's what we're doing. So, next episode, then, we will start on this. And some of them, we're going to have to change most of these into home businesses, which means we have to make Sims for them. Yeah. I love that you guys are basic. Just admit that you're basic Willow Creek bitches. You guys own all of the worlds. And you start off every single save file in Willow Creek. I know you do this. Don't lie to me. And with the shops, to be fair, this actually will take us a long time. Because with the shops, we're not just going to make like toy shops. we're going to have to sell things that you're not able to get from build mode, right? So like the craftables, like woodwork, jewelry store. We could sell clothing, outfits that you couldn't normally get. We're going to have to be really clever about this and actually make it so that you're actually going to shop at these shops. But we'll also do home businesses. So some of it could just be like a place where you could hold a class. So guys, it's 8 p.m. in my time, so I've got to, go to the gym, eat dinner and all that bullshit. So I'm going to leave you guys here. Thank you for enjoying the stream. Thank you for voting. I really appreciate everything. Gonna have to make a new thumbnail now for my Magnolia Promenade videos. Yeah, wish you guys a good evening if you're in Europe. Early afternoon if you're in America, lunchtime. Yeah. Thank you guys. See you in the next one. Bye.